welcome to the Disclosure Podcast here on Stride Africa TV. It's another amazing episode. I'm so happy to be here doing this with you. I know you saw my face as a guest in the previous episode, and now you're getting to see my face as the moderator of this sweet conversation we'll be having. Thank you so much for all the love and support you give to this podcast. We love you so much for it, and we cannot wait for you to enjoy all the amazing content we keep curating and we'll always curate for you. So, of course, you know my name is Bukola, and today I have amazing people with finesse. Like, they walked into the room like, okay, the Odogus and Odogres. And I'm pretty sure that concerning what we'll be talking about today, they will be able to give their best opinions to it. Personal, non-personal, whatever it would be. So on my right hand side, immediate right hand, because I think you're on my right hand. I have Blings. And I think I feel like hyping him a bit because I know he knows what he does in Ibadan, but I just want to tell him that somebody else knows. So he organizes one of the biggest, that's how me and my friends describe, one of the biggest events, award events rather, in Ibadan. Things Event Awards. Awards events. I think it's Things Awards. Event Awards. Yeah, I got it right. And then there's this conference he does that is so amazing. I've attended it once and I really enjoyed it. And that's the On Radio conference. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm fine, and you?
Did you hear the money in the voice? Is the money like when people that have money talk, they don't talk like
Amen to that.
Okay. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm fine.
So happy to have you here. And okay, on my other right hand side, a little distant, I have adjust the shade, let them know. I have Ebony here. The skin is representing, the color is representing, the shades representing.
Thank you very much.
Shisha. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Why are you guys acting gentle now? Kilo Shele.
Because it's the first time I'm coming on.
Please, let's talk out. And of course, a very beautiful lady. She walked in looking good, looking nice. Has this feminine vibe. And she looks really beautiful. Hello, Miss Tiwa.
Hello, how are you?
Tiwa the tailor. I saw your Instagram page. You make really nice outfits.
Thank
I have
you.
to say. It's nice to have you here. How are you doing today?
I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Well, I'll be okay. But I'm good, really.
Yeah, so for today's conversation, we're talking why do high-value men seem to get away with certain missteps? And let's just be frank with ourselves. So we're going to be talking from the cheating perspective. Recently, the conversation has been a lot on Twitter, on the newly found thread, and, and Instagram and everywhere. Looks like when you or if you happen to have money as a man, you can get away with cheating. That's how it's looking. I mean, and from a lady's point of view, I think that's how it's looking. Like, because it just looks like if you have money, it's okay. Whatever you do, anybody will say, because every lady wants to cry in a pants, which I don't believe is true anyways, than cry maybe in a mode house in Molete. I don't know. So I just want to ask first, what do you guys think cheating is? What's your definition of cheating? Let's start from there. I think that would help us, get into the conversation properly. Tiwa, what do you think cheating is? What would you personally define cheating to be?
I may have more than one definition for it, but relationship-wise, I think it's basically you doing what you can't take, or someone who's doing what the other person can't take. And when it comes to emotions, if you're investing any kind of emotions, it necessarily does not have to do with your sex. The fact that you're even involved or
with someone, and
you know that if you get caught, it might be tagged. I mean, that's cheat. That's what they say cheating is, and I may agree with that.
But I said it was.
No. Let me just say that I don't want to start saying this and that yet, but I'm a very weird person. I have very weird mentality for stuff. So that's why I said a lot of things that I may say will not, but basically is if you have sex with someone else, if you're dating someone else, flirting with someone else, that's what they call cheating. But I think even getting emotionally involved
with someone
is enough to be tagged cheating. But the other question should be, is it really cheating?
Is it really cheating? Blings, Alpha, what do you think cheating is? Let me just, Blings is a married man. Yeah, so what do you think cheating is? What would you call cheating?
What I think cheating is, relationship, there are do's and don'ts. Yeah, it's like you're going to a contract, like you're signing a contract with someone, and you know what you should do and not what you should not do. Yeah, I don't think when it gets to the point that the person cannot take it, there should be, when you're in a marriage, there are certain things that you should not do.
Yeah.
Even when you get caught or not.
Okay,
so at the point that you start doing those things,
you're cheating.
What
if it's that you're coming home late and because you said once you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing as maybe a committed person, let's just committed because you might not be married but you might be committed to someone in terms of relationship. So you're trying to say, for example, if you are coming home late and you know that your babe has been like, babe, stop coming home late, even if you don't live together, would that be termed as cheating? Even though while you're coming late because you're spending time with your guys?
No, that's not cheating.
Okay, but it has to be when you're doing something that you shouldn't do, right?
In the marriage, it's like entering a contract, and everybody knows what you should not do as a married person. Getting involved with other people,
that's what I wanted you to say.
Giving too much emotion to other ladies, I think that it starts with something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and once you start doing it, you're driving towards, wrecking the relationship. I see that as cheating.
Ebony.
And basically, that's my own definition to when you're investing emotion. If you have a committed partner and you are investing your emotion to someone else, despite the fact that you're committed to someone, that's what I see as emotion. Might be even texting too much.
Texting at all, please.
Wait, you are trying to say that if you are dating someone right now, you would not want the person to be texting someone else?
Yeah, I'm not sure you guys are ready, but let me tell you. Let me be honest with you. I expect the worst.
Okay.
From anyone.
Why do you expect the worst?
Because we're humans.
God bless you.
Because we're humans. So I don't think. Oh God, I hope I don't get quoted at some point. I don't think I would walk out of a relationship because he got involved with someone else.
Okay.
I would probably walk out on a relationship if there's any form of disrespect. See, there are a lot of people who do stuff they're not supposed to do and they don't get caught. That's a lot of respect for the other person's feelings. Like, you're so invested and careful enough to not let me see it. That's me being realistic. But that I'm the prettiest girl, or my man thinks is the baddest guy or the richest guy in the world, and no other person will ever see him the way I see him, or another man will see me the way they see me, then that would be wrong. It's how you invest in that to the point where you get caught. Really.
Quick question. If you were to be dating an average man, maybe he's broke or he doesn't really have money, would you still have the same idea? Would you be okay with him probably like doing one or two so long as he doesn't put it in your face?
So you see, your question is direct, but I can't just get there. And let me explain what I mean.
Okay.
First of all, when you say broke guy, I can date a guy who is struggling but has prospects.
Okay.
Let me establish that. But I obviously would always go with a guy, when it comes to money, a richer guy. Someone has money, please. Money makes everything easier. That's the truth. But if he's broke, I'm still here. I'm still with you. I respect you, and you cheat.
I think our conversation is.
You see where the disrespect thing? That's the respect thing I'm talking about. So as long as it's not just about the money.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to be realistic. It's not just about the money. It's not just about how it looks. It's not just about. The whole thing is honestly really based on trust and friendship or relationship. Like friendship. Let me use the word friendship. So there's some things, like I said, respect. And I don't know how you want to see all of this conversation. It still boils down to respect.
Yeah.
Because cheating in the first place is you disrespecting me. So just don't get caught. I'm not going to ever say one person can't cheat. I can cheat. If you tag this, please don't use that particular line. don't cut that one. I can cheat if cheating is I'm in an abusive relationship and I have kids. I'm not married, I'm not dating, I'm not in a relationship. Let me establish that. if I was married, we have kids, and I'm in an abusive relationship where I get beat up, I get, all of those things happen, and then I find someone who
takes
care of me. Yeah. Honestly, I will cheat.
So you feel like
I may not work out on that
relationship
or marriage, but I promise you that any chance I get at being peaceful, I will take it, which is why I said respect is the basis of all of these things, because anyone in this room would choose what I have said over getting beat up. You now get a chance to be happy, and you say no. I that's why I said I will be realistic. So as much as possible, a lot of people won't like me, but that's it. So I will cheat.
So let me just throw it open.
Please don't
don't worry. So who do you feel cheats more? Maybe a broke guy with prospects, or a struggling guy? Let me use the word struggling because I think that sounds better. The way they define broke these days, everybody doesn't want to be called that, or anyone would probably find that insulting. But a struggling guy with prospects versus a man that is rich, high value, like our topic says. He has his sorted assets check.
Don't finish it. I'll choose the second option.
You think the rich guy cheats more?
No. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think men that have money would probably, there's a high chance that they cheat. Not that they both won't cheat. Men would always cheat.
Rich ones would probably cheat more.
Yeah. But they're men. I don't know if they would be able to
answer that. The way I'm looking at things is like...
Yeah, I agree to that. It's like, let's be realistic. Okay. Yeah, it's like having a sugar on the table. A lot of, aunts who, you attract, once you are valuable, you attract people, both sex, even female and male. Guys who want to roll with you because they believe in you, they will gain one or two things, be it value, be it money. So rich people attract everybody, and we are all human. So what I was talking to a guy and I said, some people are still sane because they have lack of opportunities.
Yeah, money, power.
When you know yourself when you have something, when you have power. You can't say I'm a guy, I'm married, I've not even looked at a girl when you don't have money.
Do you think so?
So if I get it correctly, what you're saying is that a guy that is not cheating yet because he's broke is because he doesn't have money yet, and that's the truth.
Yeah.
Because you not really know
Well, you know that we have broke guys that cheat more than some rich men would ever dream.
That's what I'm saying.
I think I understand the part of...
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, because if we're saying cheating, the first thing men forget is that cheating comes at a cost. So everybody has a price.
Yeah.
So if I'm cheating, if a broke guy is cheating, he's mentally not right.
What?
No, because I don't understand what exactly are you cheating with? The sex?
Okay.
Because what value?
But
now,
I think when broke guys cheat, I think he's in the university level, maybe school.
Even school. That standard is there.
Are you sure?
When you are in school, we are like in a bracket. Nobody.
Well, that's depending. I think things have changed.
Even when it was your old cat's level, trust me, you probably had something more than the girl. It was not because we were in school. I promise you. Women, even babies, they like money.
Yeah. Even babies.
Females. So trust me, it's either we think you have the money, then we now
maybe they saw the prospect.
Exactly. But trust me, it's what we see that we jump at.
So wait, are you guys trying to say that there is no chance or there's no possibility that, because personally I know that money changes a lot of things about you, so it is very possible that when you have money you start to do things that, I think I had that conversation with a friend some time ago, and we're talking about how that we talked about some people that we saw go from struggling to like maybe making as much money that would enable them buy a car in 2 months, and in a matter of like 5 months their lives had completely changed. And then we noticed how that these people just became different, and we're talking about it. I'm like, do you think that it is the money that changes people and pushes them to do certain things, or they had it in them, they were probably displaying certain levels but the money just amplified it? Because I think that if a man is broke, he would, and he's someone that likes women and is capable of cheating, he doesn't do well with commitment, he would cheat, but he will not just do it in the high scale or in the visible way that a man with money would be able to do it. And then the same for a rich man that probably is not into cheating. This is like my personal opinion.
I would say, let me not say I agree. Even though I agree with you, everyone, even the most spiritual person, will change when they have power. Every person that was born out of a woman would change. We all have that bad in us. Everyone has
go bad.
Everyone can go bad.
Everyone can. Yeah, we have every human being has their
tendencies.
What I think is, money doesn't change you, but it reveals the true you.
No.
It reveals the true you.
No, I don't.
Some people are humble because they are poor.
They don't even have what it takes.
Yeah, there are some certain level. There are some certain level when they meet with people that they are still better than in a certain level. They'll still show that pride, but it won't be obvious because you don't have that.
You don't have the money and the power.
Hold on. Do you know what that tells me? That you can be that way. That's what you're telling me.
I can be what?
You can be what you just described. That everyone can. Let me explain let me not tell you what I was going to disagree with you.
Yeah.
If you have this understanding that we have, and you are intentional, there's nothing in the world that will ever make you do bad, no matter how much you have. That's why I was going to counter what he was saying.
Except you're very religious.
No, it's not religious. It's standards.
Yeah.
It's value.
Standards.
Personal values.
When you're, I used to tell my friends that people that are used to money are those ones that stay humble when they even have money.
I don't agree.
I didn't. Well,
even if you're not used to money, I
think it's just how your orientation to life.
Like your person.
I can never choose to be bad to anyone, even people.
People like us
exactly what I'm saying.
So I can give you stats of people.
But money will reveal the
true you. You will never really know a broke man's behavior if he hasn't got anything. What does he want to say?
People have suffered.
Yes. I've seen people that grew up from the trenches, how nice they used to be.
Yeah,
and I've seen them grow into money, and I see how they, me myself, when I see my colleagues at that time, I used to beg God, like, God, if you give me money, I don't want my behavior to change. I actually put that in my prayer point.
So is that why? Okay.
Yes, actually put that in my prayer point because it's not. They don't even do it consciously. I think it's unconsciously.
So you think money does this thing to people?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I reference the point of you being used to money. Which people don't. They don't really believe in showing off. You see them, they are simple. Until you discover what they are worth. So that guy has so much, but you wouldn't know. When a new money guy, immediately where you are, he starts bragging. You understand my point?
Yeah. So why I understand what you said, but I think you said something that I really want to talk about, and that was when you said if you get used to money, then when money comes, you're still going to be yourself compared to someone that is not.
Yeah, there are a lot of people that when maybe they are growing up, they are.
You don't agree, right?
I don't
agree as well.
I just really feel like
it's your person. It's who like you are. What you said. It's who you really. I don't think until it would be a broke guy should be able to say, no matter how much money I have, I will never do this. When I will. So it's really not just about when the money comes. About who you are.
Every point you are purchased on today is really. But I think you are not really. I don't think you have broke friends. I don't think. I'm going to tell you. I'll tell you that from my own point of view. Yes, now because me I've seen people.
I want to ask.
No, that's it. That's the truth. Because you are talking from a very smooth point of view. Me.
No.
Okay. So you have broke friends?
No. Let me. I would. Hey God. This is going to go far.
You have broke friends.
Yeah. No. So let me answer you intelligently. If there are people who I'm doing better than, yes.
Okay.
And when I say better, I'm not saying on a scale of 1 to 10, like the difference is like 1 and 10. Yes, I have people like that. Which is why I said, for me, it's not just about what you have. It's the reason. Oh God, I don't want to go off, but it is the reason why we all stay in friendships and relationships that we know that it's not 100 because there's something there. that we just want to hang on to. So I have friends. I don't have broke people around me anymore. But I have people that I would say maybe I'm doing better than. Same way I have people who are doing better than I am. Yeah. So if they would ask some of those people if I'm broke, they would say yes. Yeah. I'm telling you, that's how much they're worth. They would call me broke. Do you understand? But which is why, so see, I fall into that class of 1 right now. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's really not what I have broke friends who, like people I'm like don't have that orientation or impression.
Do you think money stops nonsense?
Oh God.
Let's talk about it.
Yes.
Yeah. Before we talk more about the cheating, I just want us to talk some more about this money thing and this thing, and knowing that you have so much value in terms of assets and in terms of your finances. Wait till do you think money stops nonsense?
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
Any kind of nonsense.
100.
Ebony, I think they stop nonsense.
With the confidence you have when money is in your pocket.
There's nothing money can do. There's nothing money can't do.
Is that why okay?
Trust me. Let's not go. Let's not don't let us move further. Like there's nothing money can't do.
Is that why?
I'll say money can do almost everything.
99%. Maybe health wise.
Yeah.
Maybe health wise. That's the only thing. Maybe you can't really buy some things.
Well, I think
even some you can buy with money. You can buy head stuff.
No, there's a lot of things that can't be done with money. But it's minimal. It's not much.
You can't buy respect. You can't buy value.
Yeah, you cannot buy.
My sister, I can buy value.
No, wait first. As a person, I think that you cannot buy value for yourself. So if you are someone that is greedy,
you can pay a trainer to train you. There's nothing money can do.
Do you think money can train someone that is wicked to not be wicked anymore?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Expose them to a different kind of life for a period of time. They'll switch.
I think anything that can go
I've
with the
seen
statement buy with the word buy.
Money.
Can buy.
But you can't buy a good heart. You can't buy a kind heart.
Yeah,
you can't even buy discipline.
Money can't do it
because there are broke people that are in discipline. Can we agree to that?
You know there are trainings to all these things.
What if you try to? Have you ever seen? I will not tell you I've seen people firsthand. But have you watched movies where the person would intentionally try to not be bad anymore, but that's just who they are.
But
they're just bad.
The fact that they tried means that they're not entirely bad, so they can change.
Everybody has that.
The fact that there's a thought, they just have. That's why I say give it time. Money and time.
The reason why we people like us, like this, or people that
money and
on
time.
the average have good hearts, is because of the way we were brought up. So it's someone that impacted, not like if we were.
Sorry for cutting you short. Yeah. And for people like us that you said we have good hearts, it is more of religious because we are still looking up to God for a lot of things.
Things are scattered.
That's the fact. You'll be like, okay, if I do this wrong, God might not give me that thing I'm asking, that thing I'm requesting for.
It's like a prerequisite.
But when you have money.
So there's this thing that happens where, people would say stuff like, it's okay if it's cheating, so long as...
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You hear this thing where they say sin is sin, right?
Yeah.
When you get mad at someone, is it a sin?
No.
So anger is not a sin?
I don't think anger is a sin. I think it's when you probably let it stay too long.
So if someone triggers me now and I act on, sorry, I'm trying to educate you guys. You know what people are saying? Money stops nonsense. Like I mean, in the long run.
Yeah.
Now, if you're saying religion, I would agree and disagree. I think there's something inside of all of us that we don't even know about, that we're not trained about.
Like
religion or not, I don't know. There's just whatever it is that would make two people who were born on the same day be different. They lived in the same place for 9 months. They ate the same thing. They were exposed to the same thing, and they came out of the same place. It has not. There's something inside everyone that nobody understands. Science has not taken us there yet. That makes you do good. This has nothing to do with religion.
And that was why I said that it might be almost impossible to use money to buy those things.
Money can buy it.
Money can.
You don't want us to stay here, because I'll tell you.
I really would not agree because you said it yourself. It's just like even if you have twins, you give birth to them from
but
the same,
over
almost the
time.
same time.
I said money and time. I didn't say money alone. If you give someone money
and then training,
people see an angry person will be okay when they see money.
Are you sure?
Yes, no.
Why do we now have angry rich people?
What do you? I don't understand. They want more. They've seen that you can get it, so they just want it.
Okay.
See the advantages that money brings.
Is this why it looks like now? Look at everything that's been happening lately. These cheating husbands or cheating wives, because we have wives that cheat, and the way it looks like if the guy is broke or he's struggling, everybody's like, pack your bag and go. What are you still doing there? In fact, aside maybe even the fact that he doesn't have money, maybe if he beats you or if he maltreats you or he's just very abusive, everybody's like, he's poor, go to low, pack your bag and go. But then if he has money, everybody's like, stay there. Like, just manage with him. Should be, and the first question they'll ask you is, I'll say it in Yoruba because I think it sounds better. Shosha and Tojo. Show Tojo away. You might say, yes. Show for any yes. Sure, I want to for yes. Marum. Show low for
Do you know why?
Why?
Nobody's perfect. That's why they're going to tell you to stay.
But
even you know yourself that there's some things you're doing
that
is worth getting kicked out for.
Yeah.
So anyone will pick money and money with abuse over poverty and abuse for a period of time. Now let me tell you what they're doing while they're waiting. They're calculating, they're strategizing on how to pack before going. Not that they really want to stay, but they can stay if there's a form of security. I would prefer to be in this room without a TV and I have a phone. I prefer my small screen over a big screen just because it's comfortable. But I'll be in the sun and then I have a theater looking. I won't do that.
Okay.
I don't know if you understand what I'm saying now.
And is that why men that have money now, understanding this thing that you just said, which is realistic, very, very realistic. I mean, who wants to be getting beaten and then they're not even giving you food to eat again? To show more.
I wish to even make them stop beating you. That's what people don't even know.
So like, is that why now it looks like men just have this understanding? When you hear men talk most times now, they're like, I have money, she will calm down. There's nothing she wants I can't give her. I'm directing it to the men, don't worry.
I think yes,
yeah.
they should.
Like,
Because if I answer, they won't like me again.
You know, or okay, let me not say you. Is it because men know that I have, especially men that have money, the high value men, they know that I have the money, I have everything. So what it will be hard. She knows she has to calculate before she leaves. She knows that she can't get this kind of luxury lifestyle somewhere else. Is that why men cheat more? Rich men cheat more.
They may not be able to answer because maybe they've never cheated. So don't let them answer and then hold it against them. Maybe they are not cheat, so they really can't answer. So if they cheated, let them answer.
Have you ever cheated?
No, the point.
No, answer that one.
Have you ever cheated?
Of course, I've cheated. I wouldn't lie.
Like you.
Podcast. Point.
Stop now.
A very honest man, right?
Very honest one.
But it's not like me cheating. I'm proud of it. The thing that boils down to.
Why did you cheat?
Why?
Why did you do it?
Why did you cheat?
Which one is the pride day again?
Why
you
did
cheated?
Tell us
Just
why
leave
you
it.
cheated.
No, let's not go there.
No, you said he was not proud of it.
About
Was
to
it?
say it though.
Maybe there's like
Okay.
It just happened.
substantial.
Yeah, and the thing now is, how am I going to put it? Sometimes I don't even know how to explain it.
The
But
spirit.
we have this. I think this guy is generally.
Yes.
But
Man.
I don't want to say it. We have this unquestionable test. Sometimes it's not because you have anything to gain. You just want to do it, but you guess there's.
Are you serious? That's how men think.
Yeah,
when you guys are alone and you guys are talking like as men, is that what you guys tell each other?
No, men are always interested in varieties. You
Every
understand?
man wants to.
Except, see, out of 100%, maybe, to be very honest, maybe 5% are the ones that.
They are okay with this, with eating only rice every day.
Oh, I did.
What I just want to say is that, see, and any man.
What category do you fall under? 95
95
all the time, please. I'm going to ask.
Which one?
I will not disclose that. But yes, I'm missing the point here. The point
Okay,
is,
what's the point?
you see, as whatever it is that I've done that maybe is bad, like maybe cheating,
Okay.
there's still, because I've been through rough parts in my life that I can't really talk about it. But at the same time, me being through all those rough parts, maybe with ladies, I've met another girl that is really, really nice to me. That has shown me that not all girls are like this. You understand? At that point, it's when I feel bad, like, okay, this thing I'm doing is not worth it. Yes. Because there are some good girls that they don't deserve you putting them through all that. Let's just be very, very candid. Yes, no. So that's why you try your, like the point you were driving, that's when you try your best, like, even if you're going to go astray, you respect her enough. So that's why, yeah, to know.
It's almost as if men that have money, based on the stories we hear, I'm not going to say I've experienced it firsthand, but based on the stories we see every day, it's almost like men that have money, they put it in your face, like, well, it's like
no,
that's real.
Let me say this again.
Yeah.
So I think this thing goes back to from like when we were kids, and I say this everywhere.
Okay.
Our parents did a lot of wrong in raising us.
Okay.
And let me explain. A little boy was taught he was supposed to be firm, uptight, in control. Don't cry. Don't do this.
Yeah.
We ladies were raised to be soft. Don't worry, your daddy will provide. When you get married, the man will do this. You've put power in their hands. They only grow up to act it out. So let's not say, oh, men have... See, our parents even taught us that. Even I believe that a man is in control. And guess what? I don't disagree. Because I also want a man to take care of me. If I was told that my dad took care of my mom, he took care of us, I should have a man that would do the same. So guess what? If a man knows that he's going to pay my store rent, my bills, I would understand why when he wants to misbehave, he would tell me, well, I'm doing everything right. Because that's what I'm saying, that from this, they were raised to, see, rich men, leave the rich out of it. Men, they are special breeds. And like I said, our parents did a lot of wrong in raising them to be that way. So they cheating is not because they have money. That control thing, they can't do this. You'd hear, oh, men, who was the person that ever came up with the idea that men can marry more than one and I can't marry 3 husbands? Why? Who? Why is that? Do you understand what I'm saying? The men have more advantage when it comes to some things. I think the only aspect that women are advantaged, if that English is correct, is abuse.
What you mean?
The only parts where they would police or the law would be on our side. You can't go to court and tell them, oh, I want to walk away from my husband, because they'll tell you to wait for 2 years.
Yeah.
But if you go to and say they beat me, that's the only time they'll say, okay, don't touch her, don't do this. But he's cheating on me. Even the judge, that's what I'm trying to explain to you, that men have so much. When it comes to this, leave the money out of it. They will cheat. It's a problem. So ladies, just take it, and which is wrong. I know a lot of people don't agree, but rich men, see, if you're taking care of me, honestly, and if any man should try this to me in the future, you will not find it funny. Just in case it gets out. I don't have a problem with a man cheating. Just don't let me see it. In fact, you can tell me. But guess what? My bank account is heavy. I have assets. I know that, when I check the pros and the cons. So all this cheating thing is relative. To me, is not, if he's talking to another girl, no problem, don't let me catch you, and if I catch you, I'll bill you.
Wait.
Okay. But if you're cheating, you have money.
Ebony already gave his perspective, so I want to hear from you.
Like she said, she mentioned
like
bank accounts
now.
Though. Yeah, so I'm going to be talking from the perspective of branding. There's something we call emotional bank account.
Okay.
It's like when I meet you, emotional bank account. When I meet you in a person, I'll save something, judging from the appearance.
Okay.
I'll save it to the bank account, and you keep running the account with me with what you do over time.
Okay.
So you get. So basically, when rich people cheat, the wife does not want to leave or anything, is because the man have saved a whole lot into that emotional bank account. It's like having a millionaire in the bank account now.
And you need to be able to cash it.
Yeah, like you have a 1 million naira in the bank account now, and you withdraw 10 naira. It won't affect the bank account.
Not
the
really.
Account won't crash. So the rich person has done a lot for the wife
And so the wife looks at you and she's like,
so you are the one seeing the cheat thing, you know. They'll be like, okay, and this thing is understanding and respect. When you guys are blogging about all these things, you are not in the inner room when they are discussing about it.
You know what things happen there.
Sure, you get. So I feel that is why you feel, okay, rich people, when they cheat, they get away with it. You know, they've done a lot, you know, to secure the trust of the wife. And I feel when you are rich, you are exposed. Look at us men, like the tender people. You are exposed, you know, you are exposed to girls running after you. That spot you are keeping as a wife, like 100 girls want to kick you out and take that spot.
And you know, as a man,
and you know, so
imagine. So I should not stress myself over man, no.
So I think
just feed me with food
there's
and
a lot
money.
of things, you know, affecting us as a man. You know, me, I'm not rich yet, so I wouldn't know.
Oh wait, yeah, okay.
That's
Well, I think that's you being humble. But why do you think men cheat?
For me, I think, you know, we are different, just like a fingerprint. And when we're talking about cheating, I think we are human. Be it male or female, we have girls that, you know,
We're talking about men now. I'm
No,
sorry.
I'm going there. I'm going
I
there.
want to
You know,
hear your.
that cheats a lot, yeah. But for me, I will not say I'm holy, you know.
Okay.
But from day one, even before I got married, I've always been a one-woman person.
Committed.
Yeah. You can. When I was in school, I was very okay. I was driving a car from my 200 level. I was a club boy. Everybody wants to be my friend, and I still had just one girlfriend. You know, I always park in front of our hostel, and some people
So
be
you
like,
never cheated, Una?
Okay.
Because I just want to hear all these good that you've described. You're telling me it was perfect?
See, I'm not saying I'm perfect.
Now I want to catch you.
No,
You have that.
no one is perfect.
Okay.
And let me bust your bubble. I'm not going to talk about if I cheated or not.
Nah, don't.
Just because of one reason: respect for my wife.
Yeah, okay. Oh God, we'll talk after when we're off. We'll answer that question.
Yeah, so I believe, like I said, even before I got to know about this emotional bank account, I just keep doing good. When you have reasons to do it, and when you don't have reasons to do it, keep doing
So
good.
that when you do the one bad,
You have a reason
is that
to
the
forgive.
fury that rich
No.
men have?
No.
Yeah.
See, there are some things that we are not conscious of, but that is what is driving us. You know, you can't meet a lady for the first time. You've not done anything, you've not committed anything, and be like, you just want to do something wrong to her. You know, because when you are married, I'm married, and I feel, you know, and it boils down to the wife too.
Okay.
Yeah, when you have something valuable, you do everything not to lose the person.
So do you think that the reason some men are cheating is because their wives are not doing everything not to lose them? Because as far as I know, I remember one time when I even saw an ad for blowjob classes, and I knew the person that was doing the class, and it was married women, you know, going out of their way to learn how to satisfy their men. So it's almost like I can question that.
There's one
thing
thing.
you just
There's
said.
one thing that baffles me. I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
I won't say I'm a good Christian. You know, I'm a Christian.
Okay.
Yeah. They say no sex before marriage.
Yeah.
But how do we know if we are compatible
Sexually.
sexually? Because I think that is one of the biggest issue marriages have now.
So you feel like the fact that
Because we have different sexual drive. You know, there's a lot to learn about being compatible when it comes to sex.
You don't want me to answer that question because
No,
But
go ahead.
but please, you know that the people that cheat, yeah, it's not even because they didn't check their compatibility with their wives. I mean, some of them were even with kids before they got married, like, or some of them were already having sex before they got married. So it's not even because we did not know that we had body chemistry. It's just like Ebony said, people
But-
cannot eat rice.
No, I don't think.
So what you're saying is actually different from what he said.
Okay.
Yeah. So what he's saying is they say no sex before marriage, but how do we know that we're sexually compatible or not? Because aside from money, I think money and sex fall on the same level when it comes to marriage or relationships. And my answer to him will be this: I don't think it's a realistic thing, really, to say no sex before marriage. By the Bible, it is wrong, I understand. And trust me, there are a lot of people who have gone by that rule who end up suffering for the rest of their lives just because the Bible says no sex before marriage. So they got there, saw something different, and their life went completely down. Which is the same thing we're saying. Would you choose something? You have to just live with the bad. For me, Hey God, my mom must not say this. I do not agree that no sex for me, because this sexual compatibility is like very important. For me as a woman, it is very, very important because I've experienced how much that can destroy even relationships that there's money involved. The rich people, see, there are some people who are so rich that one person does not even want to touch the other person in 2 months, and the person has a sex maniac in the house. How would you not cheat? And it's both. In fact, I promise you that sometimes the woman says that the drive is off the chart, not even the guy. With a woman like that, if you don't talk about it, now that's where communication, conversation. Now those conversations can get difficult because the solution to it might be that you people need to go outside of your comfort zone. Let me explain. All I'm saying is, imagine someone who has a problem, a challenge. I know some people who are married and with kids, they've never had an orgasm before. When I hear it, as in, what?
Yes, now they don't know what it is.
They don't know what it is. And it's impossible to not experience that, and they hear it. But my point is, for someone who you've experienced good, and the second person is not satisfying you because you've dated a guy that has gotten you there multiple times. Now you're married to someone who has never. Okay.
It'll be a problem.
Do you understand? It's going to be a problem. So that's another conversation. Let's not even go into that. But my point is, what he's saying, I agree. All these rules, who put them there? What's mean? It's in the Bible. I get it. I respect. I'm a Christian as well. If I'm a good Christian, you see, he said, I'm sure. I'm a good Christian. I know the place of God. But when God created me, even God knows that He created a very thorough human being. I'm a very practical person when it comes to anything. I would put God that puts that kind of drive inside me. He knows now. He knows before He created me that this one, I created her with some special talents, right? God, you're telling me that God is wicked, wants to give me a guy that what? No, God is not that. So who puts it? So if it's not working, why can't I walk away? Why can't I walk away from a marriage or relationship just because it's not satisfying me?
Well, I think that should be enough reason to.
My point exactly, but if you say it in church, they will say that exactly. So
based on your order of priority,
should be enough reason for you to walk out.
Yes,
but you agree with me, right? It's something.
Yes, it's a very solid point.
Everyone has priority.
Yes, now.
When it comes to relationship
like,
or marriage,
sex is even very, very important.
Ha.
It's key. Let's not deceive ourselves. Yes, now. It's something that people fail to talk about it, but it's key. Or
it's a different
they
school.
pretend, because I see that's the life we live now.
everybody's
Everybody pretends. Even you see a girl that has a very high sexual drive, she'll be pretending because I don't know the end.
Kind of shameful.
Yeah, it's shameful to talk about.
Oriented.
But the thing is, like, let us just face facts. You want to enjoy your marriage, you have to know the things you want in it.
So if you like money, can you? Okay, sorry. Let me take on your role for a second.
Yeah,
I want to date a girl who is not financially okay, that she has to be dependent on you, but she's homely. Hold on, let me finish. She's a good girl. She can cook. In fact, she satisfies you sexually, but she doesn't have work.
Do you know the population of girls that with most of the guys? Population is higher of girls that don't have anything they are doing.
So
most of the girls you see that you even look at this girl, they are independent entrepreneurs, whatever you call them. You know, most of these guys give them money to start whatever they start.
Yeah.
But the only thing that I find different about my own self is because I came from scratch. I did not like I used my BSc I graduated from UNAP to look for work. I started from this cheat, and I think in my own little way I've achieved a little thing. So I understand what the essence of me telling you, okay, if you start this business, do it like this, do it like this.
So you can date a broke girl.
So these girls are not broke. Which girl?
No. Come back there. No. Let me fight for my gender.
I enjoy you so much because you're a very realistic person. But most of these girls are they? Do you think they have money?
Let me.
They like package and I do different things.
But
me, I've been with people and I've seen the way they live their life.
Ouch! That hurt, Sha. Sorry about that.
But do you agree? Do you think that most of the girls are broke?
I don't agree that most. No, I don't agree that
the
most
reason
of
why
the
you
girls
are saying what you're saying is because
no, you think I have money? I don't like. Where am I coming from now?
It's not about say you have a lot of money you can throw away. It's about, okay, you as you realize you have a business you run. You know how to do one or two. Not like
no, I even had 2 questions.
So
wait, before you know me what? Before you know me what again?
I've been hearing about your brand. That's what I'm saying. So
okay,
there's
I
the work you are
that
putting
point.
to push the brand to where you are. So some things will sound strange to you, but I mean, I'm telling you what is the word that is on the street. That's what I'm explaining.
Would you date a richer girl, someone who is wealthy?
See,
hold on, no, a yes or no? Would you date someone who controls money than that? On a scale of 1 to 10, you have 1, she has 500.
Okay, I have a fiancée now. I'm very candid with you. She's a law student. She's almost done, and she's someone I know that in her life she's going to be very, very rich. I'm not a person that, but I've seen her post, I've seen her on internet. Okay, when I was coming for this podcast, she's the one that gave me all the details to talk about. She just drafted and said, babe, read it. And so I see
let these people breathe.
Let singles
what I'm trying to say here is that girls that have prospects, you wouldn't mind spending anything for them, because you know at the end of the day they will flourish. You understand? You know at the end of the day the kind of way they're going about their life. They will
I have something to say about that.
You understand? There's no pretending like I'm the one that is no.
Ebony, I have something to say about that.
Okay.
Do you think that you already described your beautiful fiancée? She's a lucky woman. I mean, for a man to describe you like that on camera.
God, someday soon.
Someone say something here. I really think that a lot of men say this thing. They talk, I want to be married to a powerful woman. She knows her onions. She knows what to do. But can you handle it? Because at the end of the day, women that you describe like that or that you just described cannot take.
Okay, someone like Maya, I'm sorry, I'm going to be...
Oh, God.
I'm
so proud of her.
Just to show her level of commitment to me.
Yeah.
She's not... My daughter, she'll be 2 years old like in a few weeks' time. She didn't have to do that. I'm trying to explain her level of commitment. There's some things that we guys are not dumb. We see things and we know the difference between... Why do you think some guys will meet a girl and they will not meet another new girl? The girl will be doing things that they are normal girl, that they just get married to that girl. Why do you think that happens? That's where you start going. Why? It's because they have seen things that, though they have been meeting this girl for 2-3 years, but they met someone that they know, this one, but with her behavior, the kind of things she's investing in me, I can get married to her. We guys, it's just like it's just certain. We just know.
But the question here I'm missing, and you don't answered me. A girl with money and power.
Okay.
Let's say if you get married to your fiancé ends up becoming the governor.
Yeah.
And you're still running your businesses or something like that. Can you handle the fact that everybody knows that she's obviously richer than you? You're going out as a random guy. She has 10 people. Can you be with some?
The question is,
can you be with someone like that?
Yes, it's a very
It's
because I know who she is, and I'm very honest.
So
I wouldn't say I know what she's going to become, but
for sure
I can say like she knows me, and like what you were saying, like your emotional bank, we are both invested so much in each other.
Hey.
She's
not reading.
There's this pub list of the top youngest, richest women. She's woman. I saw her interview one time and she said one statement that she's very rich. She makes money from her house. I'll try and get her name. She said that it's not because of the money she has, all the wealth she has, that's what is making her keep her husband. It's the fact that she has money and resources to get all these things, but she'll be in her house, cook, do things that you understand.
A woman like her housewife.
It's a public interview I watched of the kid, and I just started like, wow, someone that's as rich as this doing all these things.
Can you handle it? Can you be that man, that husband?
That
husband now.
Where I'm even coming from is even different.
Okay.
The trend that we've seen on Twitter and beyond, let's just say on social media, has been that the truth is a lot of these women that you describe like that, they cannot stand some of the things that maybe a broke girl that as a rich man you get married to. She said she knows that what can she do? She knows that she needs to depend on you for everything, and so it is harder for her to just hop and leave. You can never compare such a woman to a woman that knows what she's doing. She has her own money. She can even buy you if it's possible. If they put a price tag, she can afford it. And I think that's why you would realize that a lot of women that have this kind of money and power, they find it very difficult to maintain partners. Like they can't maintain.
It's actually, see, it boils down to understanding, communication, and you guys understand. I'm not saying that when she has money, she will be who she used to be right now. Understand? Because let us be very, very realistic. I wouldn't want
Nobody
to lie.
knows.
Nobody knows. But see, as we highlight this, once we have a proper understanding, I think that is enough. Nobody knows tomorrow. Anything can happen to anybody. Do you understand? So that's what I
think you're an easy guy. From all your responses, as long as some things are just there, you don't really care that she has money more than you or not.
No, I did for this. Why? Like maybe like 4 years ago, I had no car. Then I had a girl. She was a banker.
And she had a car.
Okay, you're an easy guy.
I was indifferent. Like if she offends me, only because of it, I will tell her that.
I can already tell his own.
Do you understand?
To this.
So I used to tell her, I'm not happy. Please, when we have issues, please, can you just stay away from me? She used to be so. It's because myself, I know what I'm made of. Maybe because at that time I was not that good.
So you're not insecure. I think it's maybe.
No, I'm not that kind of guy. Yes, when you know what you're made of, what's the point?
Okay, that's why I said I think you're important. Can you?
Every minute I have to be.
Your question is, can you handle someone who's richer and more powerful than you?
Okay. For myself,
not your wife right now, don't see that person in your wife.
I'll say from my own perspective,
okay.
I like brains a lot. You know, someone that has something to offer. Yeah.
Okay.
And you know, I graduated because of my wife. You know, I'm kind of person, I'm not a school person. I had a shirt then that I wrote, I hate school. I'm not about school, you know.
Really?
But when I was in Lautech.
Don't look it too.
Yeah, so I graduated because I graduated because I knew she wouldn't marry someone a dropout, that she would not marry a dropout. So I'm the kind of person that after she graduated, because I was like 2 years ahead of her, you know, she's like a career person. I paid for her masters and everything, you know. Educationally, she's above me, and I'm happy with that, you know. And I'm even trying to get her higher than that, you know, because everything deals with compatibility. Once you are compatible, you push me, I push you. I don't see any competition. No, my wife is my wife, even if she's.
I think you guys are missing one particular point. The point there is, I'm not saying you don't love your wife or you don't love your fiancé. I'm saying, imagine you're dating someone who is powerful. You yourself. Let me calm down a bit. You've done some things because you had money to throw around.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Don't need to answer. Because money has made you think, go and drop a bottle of X on that girl's table just because you want to show off. You don't know. It doesn't have to be a public place. You've seen a girl that everybody says, oh, she's bad at this. You just be like, what, I can get that. You've done those things because you feel like you have, and you know the reason why it is because you have the money to fund that.
Yeah.
Now imagine you now have a babe that looks like me, appearance wise, that you feel like she has the tendencies to be wild. She now gets to a point where she now has power, money. Imagine a girl who is adventurous, who wants to try out crazy things with you. She's broke. Use these conversations when people were broke. She now gets the chance to have so much money. She lives in Miami, flying private jets. She has sent you pictures of her bodyguard at this thing. You can see how hot the guy looks. You yourself as a guy, you're already worried that hey, and she now has money, and she's now busy. She spends time away from you. Can you stay with that kind of woman? That's the question I'm asking.
If she's not doing something that I don't want her to do.
Can you date that kind of woman?
That's what she's like. Can you just
when you guys you did initially, you guys were cool. Now she has money. You don't even see her anymore because she's on jets. She's calling you from private jets every night because she has to be in different countries. Pilot is hot. She's going to everything. She has money. I'm telling you, so that the kind of things that guys are worried about is what I'm using. Can you really be with that kind of woman, and you're not worried that she's cheating?
For me,
it's not your wife. Don't see that person in your wife.
Let me answer the question.
Okay.
I can't.
You can't.
I can't. Not because I'm jealous or I'm not secured, but I'm the kind of person that I want to talk to my girlfriend often. Let's see each other, see and talk. You see, just because I won't take something does not mean I think it's bad, but it is not good for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so for you can't.
Yeah.
How about you? The person I described, though.
The person you described.
Yeah.
Basically, me, I've always believed in anybody I'm going to be with that we should have a level of understanding.
You didn't have power before. Both of you had understand. Power is different, though.
Okay, let me throw this question back to Clint. If this, your wife, the way you are saying you're investing now, she now gets a very like an international
gig or something.
That's the point.
Yeah, and then she
now
just becomes.
Normally, you are praying for
She
your
doesn't
wife
even talk to you regularly anymore.
So when she's at that position, do you know things might not really change? Will things change between you and your wife? If your wife gets an international deal now, she's working for an international brand.
Yeah, but you guys now don't communicate anymore. You don't talk anymore. You don't see anymore. She knows how much you've been there.
But you know, no matter how busy you are, you create time for
your loved ones.
For the person you want to spend time for. You can never be too busy.
You can never be too busy.
Let me.
Well.
Sometimes you don't. It happens.
Yeah.
Like you don't have time. It has happened to me that on a normal day I will not go off without talking to some certain people because they are part of my day. Like I can't even go to the next day. And I got involved that I didn't even have access to my phone. The phone was there, but I was not ready to even cut in between picking up the phone. Not because I don't love them, but it had to go on. I needed my mental distance from everything.
Okay.
Now, it went on from 1 day to 1 week to 2 months, 3 months. We're not so, connected anymore. That's the extreme part me I'm getting to.
Yeah. But you know all these things happen with time because you mentioned time and money. But I think everything needs process. And anybody you are dating, you should carry them along. Because if you grew together, you see from spending 9 hours, it will cut down to like 8 to 7. The person will get used to it before it drops to like 30 minutes in the day. Because let me tell you the thing now. I'm an event person. There are times I'll leave my house and I won't return in 2 days without telling my wife before I left home. But she knows we grew to that.
Yeah,
and she understands now. It's just like let me okay, maybe for like 15 years I've not done that before, and I just be like, okay, I'm starting to go out for 3 days. She will never understand. So I believe the power, the growth. Rome was not built in a day in any relationship. Because me, I'm seeing it from a perspective. I can't date anybody now. I'm seeing it from perspective. Okay, dating, getting to know each other.
Yeah.
Sure, you understand. It might be difficult when you don't do that. It might be difficult, but I think the best way is we do things for reasons, and if you let me see the reason why you are doing certain things,
that's where communication comes in.
Even no matter how rich you are, no matter how sophisticated and everything, you should let people know the reason why you are doing stuff. Don't think there's one mistake we do. We think everybody's smart like us. You think everybody's good like you. That's why we fall victim. You think this guy already know this thing.
They cannot see
you understand?
What I'm doing.
Maybe because I'm a brand person. When I'm creating anything, I create for the smart people and the dumbest people.
Wow.
Because I want everybody to relate. If I'm dishing out an idea now, I'll think, okay, I know this because I'm smart. What if someone that is not smart, if he sees it, what will the perception be? So I try to repaint it in a way that everybody will understand.
Okay.
And it makes you engage with your customers easily. Don't just because we think I'm smart. There are some certain things that know, and when you say it in public, and everybody will be like, wow. You'll be like, I share money because you think everybody should know it, and at times people don't know. So you just anybody you like, let them see reason why you are doing some things. Because I believe there are some things that we think that this is bad. Okay, when I was in secondary school, there were certain things that I was like, I can never do in my life. If I'm to do it tomorrow, God kill me today. That has been my prayer then. But when I got to university, I saw myself doing this thing over and over again. So you understand? Because I knew better then. I knew why some people were doing it. And it seems numb to me.
So you don't bring up, you don't let me die.
I just really want to bring us back to this. Do you think that men sort of marry down so that they can have enough access to do whatever they like and get away with it? And marrying down can vary. So marrying down is not necessarily because she doesn't have as much money as. It could be because she's not as smart as you are. It could be because she's not as smart as you are. It could be because you know that she's probably calm. You see men that go for really calm people that can't even fight. they can't struggle. You know, there are people that if anything is happening that doesn't even suit them, they'll probably keep quiet.
Can you marry a house girl?
Your house girl.
That has good behavior. That's your question. You made it long. Can you marry a house girl? You say that she's actually, can you?
No,
marrying down now. No, you're saying marrying down.
Like, it is like married down. Can you do you think men marry down on purpose? So the woman that you just described, I've said it, like I said earlier, I'll say it again. It is why if you watch out for a lot of women that are successful in different aspects, from fashion to the likes, they struggle with their marriages, or they probably marry down. They marry men that are not up to them. Because they marry down.
No.
Should we start mentioning?
Yeah.
A few number of them they married down.
No.
And marrying down, like I said, is not always about money. Marrying down varies. If I'm marrying down as a person, like for example, maybe I'm somebody that has BSc, MSc, PhD, I decide to marry someone that just has work. That's marrying down. You get.
Let's use something. Let's restrict the marrying down to certain things so I can understand you.
So like, do you think men do that thing?
Where
some they'll go and pick a girl from their village, but if you want to modernize, you'll just look for a girl that probably, what does she do? She doesn't really have much. Open one store for her, open one shop for her. She's doing whatever she wants. So that's fine. Fund her life, do everything, because at the end of the day, I would have invested in the emotional bank account.
No, she's not down anymore.
Not down anymore.
You can marry down. Men can marry down then, but the moment you start to invest, you obviously don't want that. So any man can marry down, but usually the problem is that's what I was trying to say. It's not about not having the person. It's cheating. It's still cheating. You married someone. You didn't. She's not working. You tell her to stay at home and just be producing babies for you to cook. So if you marry her or you date her, it's different. But the moment you restrict her to a certain, can you do that to a woman? Is that what you're trying to say? Are you that guy? Can you do that?
Marry someone and
or dating and then it's happened to me, but this is someone who said I should stop working to stop my brand.
That's just insecurity. That's not.
No, don't worry. I already know it's probably.
No, well, funny enough, that's not even. You're not getting what I'm saying. I'm saying, do you think men intentionally marry people that are below them? Let me put it like that.
Yes.
Below them, so that they can ride them.
No. Don't.
I think
Or so that they can do whatever they like and get away with it, because they know that this woman, how many meats can she bite? What can she even do? She'll shut up and keep quiet.
I feel we are all product of something. And our parents' relationship really says a lot about our own relationship. I'm a product of a broken home. My parents separated when I was in GSS 1, and I took all the good things from them. I learned to respect women more, and treat them like, okay, we are equal. What should we do about things? And I feel some people, their parents, probably their mom was a little bit richer than their dad, and the dad went through a lot. And the guy will grow up and be like, okay, I will never marry someone that is richer than me. So I don't think it's a man thing that, okay, men generally wants to marry down or marry up or any.
No man wants to marry anybody.
That is it.
That's part of the down.
No matter how rich you are.
So they'll most probably go for a woman that they know.
Because
not necessarily. Let's even say this.
You're not getting the point.
Yeah.
Do women invest in their man? Like we invest in women.
Let me speak for myself.
I feel women.
No, me I do.
I mean, he just explained what his fiance did when she knew he was coming. That's a woman.
One out
Do you
of.
get my point?
It's not one out of. It's not one out of.
Even if you do it, it's still one out of.
No, it's not one out of.
It's
Now
rare.
let me explain.
It's
rare. What people are people be meeting? It's not rare. It's not rare. It's not rare.
Anything I'm telling you like this.
You know why I said that? Sorry for cutting short. You know why I said that? She said they have a lot of people that married down. Even if you marry down, you should upgrade your husband to the point that people will even see it as married down.
Should not be hiding your.
Because exactly what you said just now, that if a guy that is rich should marry a house girl and and everything, that's no longer marrying down. So why can't you invest? Why can't you upgrade your husband? You said you have a lot of successful women, but see, if you see all these rich men now, you see their wives, you don't even know what they do. But you see their class. You see their class and everything, but you won't even know.
No, wait. I think I need to rephrase so you understand. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is this: do you think men do this thing where they intentionally marry? You don't still get they intentionally marry a woman that they know doesn't have a voice as loud as theirs. Not like literally, like, do you understand what I'm saying? Or should I start painting?
The reason why they may not be able to answer is because they're decent people.
Let me tell you something.
According to them,
maybe
they will not read.
Situations whereby when a man wants to settle down, he doesn't go for a woman that he knows.
See, there's another tone here.
What?
There's another tone in his response.
A lady's her voice is louder than. She has to be other than in the house now. You guys are partners. You have your own view. The husband has his own view. But at the same time, you have to still give him this element of respect. Every man.
Okay.
Like respect.
Yes, so.
But are you sure you guys? Are you sure you guys don't go? Are you sure you guys don't go for people that are lower because you have the ulterior motive of, if I should marry down or I marry someone that is lower or has a lower voice than mine, it would be easier for me to do certain things and get away with it, and she will not make it.
No, that's not actually the point.
Are you sure?
No. Why would you do that? Someone that is, see, when you marry someone, it's nice to be with the person. That means you love the person. Let me now tell you something. No matter the incidents that happened in the relationship, I don't think in your right state of mind you would want to be doing things to get away with it.
As I said, they weren't really. They are decent people.
There's no point. Let us be honest. There's no point in doing all that. I don't know how to use this English, but it's pointless.
No point.
There's no point.
I understand what you are saying, but like Yoruba would say, Sunday to Amadun, you know, from Saturday. When, like he said, his fiancé did this, did that, my wife too did a lot when we were in school and everything.
I don't even have
encouraged
anything
me.
to say about anybody.
But some people will do all these things while still cutting. Little fight will come up. They'll be like, hey, I made you, I did this, I did that. There's a writing on the wall. You can't settle for that kind of person. So you understand? So basically, I don't think men want to marry Dan. As a man, I want to brag with my wife that, okay, that is my wife. She's this and that. So why would I want to marry Dan? But if she can't control, you are talking about man controlling the woman. Can the woman control herself?
Some ladies are out of hand.
Situations
whereby I'll visit my friend and his family. I see the way
the woman behaves.
I'll be like, wow.
You be shaking your head, could me.
Yes. Because me myself, I never thought in my life, like the way I was coming up, the kind of lifestyle I live, I didn't think I would have someone that would say, because I've seen things that has really broken my heart. So I'm just like on my own day. But I didn't know that you still meet someone. That would change your orientation. So that's when you say you just calm down, like, okay, you understand? Because you have issues that you always have issues. You and your fiancé or your wife.
Yeah, true.
But it's how you undo it, the way you see, okay, she's calm. Okay. I'll still go and apologize for, like, sorry. And sometimes to me I'll be angry. If she doesn't greet me, but at the end of the day I'll still know that, because me, I used to use this verse in the Bible that says that when they want to create a woman,
you're such a
let's just be real. If a lady is bragging, it's just the amount. That's what they have. Yes, now. So you have to always understand that fact that.
Well, ladies do a lot of talking.
Sometimes she will say things that used to get me very angry. I will just keep it. Because if I say anything, I will say what I'm not supposed to say. Because nobody says, nothing good comes out of anger. Let us be.
Thank you guys so much. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button and share this video with your friends and let us know what you think about anything that interested you in what we talked about. Thank you so much, Tiwa. Thank you, Ebony, and thank you. I'm Bukola, and of course, you should watch out for the next episode, which would be also amazing. Thank you so much.